Hey everybody, this is PJ Riley from Lancaster Archery with our monthly video of monthly specials and new arrivals. This one is for the month of September. And this is a video where we bring you some special deals we have for this month only, as well as some new arrivals, which we're going to start with over here. So these may be new products, or they may simply be products that are new to our inventory. There's a whole bunch of them. You can click the link below and see everything we have that's under the new arrivals. We picked out two to tell you about here, and we'll start with this one right here. This is the Garmin Fenix 8. This is a multi-sport smartwatch. So this is going to be a watch, that you can pair with your phone. You can take and make calls with it. Its application more for us, at Lancaster Archery, bow hunting world, is that this has built-in GPS. Of course, it's got all the health trackers. You can use it to plot your trails as you're hiking into the backcountry. It's going to keep track of, your heart rate, how far you've gone, altitude, things like that. Basically, it, tracks everything that these smart watches are keeping track of today. But being by Garmin, it's also going to have that extra feature of the GPS. You can also, you can download some maps that you can then load onto the watch as well. Just a lot of great features built into this watch. That's the Garmin Fenix 8. Next up, we have the Taito Hollow Bone. This is a knife with replaceable blades. That type of knives that we just started carrying here at Lancaster Archery. I mean, look at that thing. That is tiny. It weighs nothing. It weighs 0.8 ounces. It's not even 1 full ounce. It's got a titanium body here, little carbon inserts. That's going to be where you're going to grip it with your thumb and your forefinger. And of course, then we do have these replaceable blades here, which you're going to get a total of 5 of them in the pack. And these things are like scalpels, super sharp. Of course, you just pop them off when one breaks or gets dull. Pop that off. You can put another one back on there. And this thing is just made for carrying into the backcountry because it weighs nothing. It's only 7 inches long, and comes with that sheath, so you can put this anywhere, and you won't even know you have it. It weighs it. It's so light. But the hollow bone is going to be a great knife for any deboning that you may have to do, or skinning. That's going to be where it excels. And again, it's just, you can put it in a pack or your pocket anywhere, and you're not going to be, you're not going to have that extra weight. So that is the Taito Hollow Bone knife. All right, shifting over to the other side, we're going to tell you about some special deals. So these are deals, once again, that apply for the month of September only. So once again, there are a whole bunch of special deals that we have for this month. Click that link in the description. You can see them all. We've picked a couple here to highlight for you. We're going to start right here. This is the Axcel Landslide Carbon Bar sight only. So this has everything that you need except for a scope. And this is going to have all the landslide features. If you're not familiar with the landslide, it is a slider sight. So you can put 1 pin, 2 pin, 3 pin, 5 pin scope on there. And this is going to be one that you can adjust up and down. Axcel has their own line of scopes that you can use with this, or there are others on the market. A popular one that we see a lot are the UltraView scopes. So you'll be able, it does come with a scope barrel, so you won't need a scope barrel. All you're going to need is a scope to connect to this. Of course, it does have that nice carbon bar there. You're going to be able to adjust all your axes, first, second, third axis on here. It's got a super solid lock. When you lock that in, when you lock the wheel in place, and then when you release it, it does have a nice wheel for moving up and down. The windage You know, Axcel is big in the target archery world. The windage adjustments on this thing, the clicks are super crisp for getting your windage, your left and right on there. And I should mention that this bar, it will come with a mounting bracket so that you can put it on any bow, or if you have one of the Matthews bows with the bridge lock sight attachment point there, Phase 4, the lift series, this bar will work with that. It is sized so that it will fit in the bridge lock gap on those bows. A couple of the other cool features of the Axcel Landslide. So this is going to come with 8 double-sided metal tapes. So you're going to have choices of up to 16 different metal tapes. Also included in there are going to be 40 paper sight tapes. So when you're getting your sight tape for your whatever your scope setup is, you're going to have some metal options. You're going to have plenty of the sticker options, the paper options as well. And we have this sight. When you buy this, you're going to get a $50 Lancaster Archery gift card. So you can apply that to some other gear that you're going to want to get. $50 gift card comes with this sight. And you will get, there are 2 individual pointers on there. So let's say you have a 3-pin scope that you're going to put in there. You can have a pointer set up for your top pin and one for your bottom pin. You know, then as you do your sliding, you'll be able to use either one of those. You'll have indicators telling you exactly where they are on that sight scale. All right, next up, we're going to move over here to what we have is the Rage Black Series blade tip broadheads. So this is a specific series of broadheads that Rage has, and what this one is the cut-on contact version. So what that means is at the point, you're gonna have a razor blade versus a chisel point. This one has the razor blade, so as soon as that broadhead hits, it's starting to cut already. And then they are rear deploy blades. They're gonna be it's gonna give you a 2-inch cut. And what you're going to get in the pack is you're going to get these broadheads use what Rage calls their shock collars. So the shock collars are what is used to hold the blades in place when they're in flight. Then when the broadhead hits, we mentioned these are rear deploy, it's going to kick out. There's a series of little pedals on this shock collar. It's going to kick out 2 of those pedals. And then the blades can deploy. And then you can reuse that collar. You're just going to turn it to where there are still remaining pedals in place. You're going to get 3 black shock collars. That's going to be what you're going to use when you're shooting these heads on arrows that you're shooting from a compound bow. The red ones down here, you're going to use those to hold your blades in place if you're using a bolt shot from a crossbow. And the difference is the red ones are just a little bit beefier. You know, some of those crossbows now are reaching 500 feet per second. That's a lot of force at the bow coming off of the crossbow as compared to a compound bow. So you need a little bit beefier collar there to make sure those blades don't deploy before it hits the animal. That's, of course, with expandables, we want it to stay together in flight, come apart when it hits the animal. So you are going to get 3 broadheads, and you know these already have the black collars on them. There's your 3 extra red collars if you want to shoot it with a crossbow. And what we have is these broadheads, we have them at 20% off this month. Of course, just in time for hunting season. Great deal on those Rage broadheads. And then lastly, what we have, we're going to show you a picture of this because it's so big, but we have the Big Game Hunter Series HD ladder stand. So the reason we don't have it is it's an 18-foot ladder stand. It's called the 1.5. So it's like in between a 1-person stand and a 2-person stand. It's basically a 1-person stand with extra room. You can get 2 people in it. We've done that before, especially an adult and a kid. Definitely you can fit that in one of these stands. But it's big and it weighs 65 pounds. But what this stand is great for, we have this at 40% off. Killer deal we have on this tree stand. It is 18 feet tall, and this is one of those stands, I love these things, that has the big platform. The platform is almost 24 inches wide by 29 inches deep. So this is great for bow hunting. And it had the seat flips up. So, you know, a lot of these ladder stands, sometimes you get the skinny little platform because it's meant for you to be sitting down the whole time. Bow hunters, well, me anyway, I like to stand up, and then I like to be able to flip up the seat so I can step back against the tree. This has that seat and it has that big platform, 29 inches long, so that you have room there to move your feet around, you know, as you're looking to get the shot. It does have a shooting rail and padded armrests. The shooting rail can be flipped up. If you got your bow, sit with it down, flip it up when you stand up, and you can hunt from there. But again, you know, great stand. That's the Big Game Hunter HD 1.5 ladder stand that we have for 40% off this month. All right, so that's what we have for our new arrivals and special deals for the month of September. Remember to click that link below to see everything we have in new arrivals and special deals. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like it, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to click that bell to get notifications whenever we put out new videos. As always, if you have any questions, you can visit us at lancasterarchery.com.